The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
Right away, here's Garoppolo to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That's good.
Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there to Raider first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Raiders at 3-7 now in the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. Martin has some space here. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run. Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Coach Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
He'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And not going to be able to push push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 21.
Running for it, here's Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jackson on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And a 10 carry here for Martin. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Martin. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, He may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. And this one too low. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now Jackson on first down. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Martin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. Down inside the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? What imposed their will on the defense was that 5 straight runs.
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try the middle with Martin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And Jackson throwing once more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Jackson now. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. On 2nd and goal. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and goal. Jackson looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Down, here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now Martin running right. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at the 23. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
From the 41, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps running.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Likely win this ball game still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. He hits Adams, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road.